A Witch in the Peak by R. Murray Gilchrist. It was the evening after old Johnny White's funeral, and Elizabeth sat by the low fire in the house place, wondering how she could manage to exist for the remainder of her days without him who had never spent a whole day apart from her since their wedding 50 years ago. The bitterness of her spirit was increased by the knowledge that at the end of the week the little farm must be sold to pay the money which the dead man had owed for standing surety for a dishonest cousin. The original sum had been £35, but the lender, Luke Flint, a shoemaker who was known as the Milton Spider, from his knack of wrapping a web around such unwary folk as craved aid from him, had stipulated on an interest of 50% until all was repaid. This interest had eaten up all the profits of the Stony Acres, and Johnny had died heartbroken because 1 year's payment was in arrears. Elizabeth had dismissed all her neighbours. She desired to be left in solitude for such short time as she remained in the house, so that she might recall scenes of bygone happiness. She was quite alone in the world, so that there was none save herself to suffer. But still, the outlook was so depressing that the source of her tears was dried. "I can see you again, Johnny lad," she murmured, "walking with me from church on our wedding morn, as comely a man as there were in the whole peak. But you look just as comely in your shroud, wi' all its pretty gimpings, though your cheeks had lost their red, and your goud hair were gone as white as snow. Ay, lad, I do wish I might have gone with ye. When I think of all our good life together, how you thought nowt were too handsome for me, and as whatever I did were th' reet thing. I'm like to go mad, and now I'm to be turned out of the place where our wedlock's been spent. It's hard, it's very hard." As she lamented, the latch of the door was lifted, and the creditor entered. He was a dark, squat man of middle age, with a bullet-shaped head and blue, close-shaven jowls. His arms and legs were unnaturally long, and his broad shoulders were so much bent as to suggest deformity. He strode forward to the hearth, and without invitation plumped down in the armchair which Johnny had always used. Elizabeth rose in excessive anger. Her thin face flushed crimson. Her toothless lower jaw moved oddly from side to side. "I'll thank you to get out of that."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?